Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, 2nd September 2025, Aries. You may feel like you're being tested in some way, like you're on a trial and must defend yourself, including what you believe and how you operate. This feeling is unsettling, but soon you'll realize it's strengthening in many ways. Questioning your behavior patterns is healthy, so open up in a way that you may not have considered before. Taurus, your vitality is low, it may be difficult to fight adversity. Try not to get discouraged, instead realize that this is part of a cycle. Awareness of your energy patterns is half the battle, so don't force yourself into feeling something you don't. It's important that you do not overexert yourself or take on more responsibilities than you can handle. Gemini, you may find it hard to admit that you can't do everything. There are some jobs that you aren't cut to do. Why pretend when a better option would be a delegate task? If you don't feel a strong connection with something or someone, don't force it. Pretending that you're capable of something will only cause frustration for you and everyone else. Cancer, your hard work is paying off in ways that you may not see. Things are flowing naturally and you seem to have all your responsibilities under control. You may not be aware that this is so, since it's easier to see when something's wrong than when it's actually going well. Take time to appreciate the incredible things you've created for yourself thanks to all your effort. Leo, you may feel like it's your responsibility to take care of everyone. If you love someone, your brain translates this into thinking you need to be their caretaker. If you don't take time under your wing, maybe you see yourself as selfish or unkind. Dismiss this notion. Other people's feelings aren't your responsibility. Do not let another's well-being become your project. Virgo, there are opportunities for achievement, so stay open to new energy coming your way. If you don't turn at these junctions sharply, you may never find this spot on the road again. What comes your way may not be a pot of gold, but it will certainly be the rainbow that leads you to it. If nothing else, you'll find opportunities that strengthen your spirit, preparing you for adversity long term. Libra, you may find it hard to relate to others verbally, and you may have everything figured out in your head, but the words get in the way as soon as you shape your ideas. Talking with someone else may add confusion instead of clarity to the situation. The other person's energy seems to affect your perceptions. Stay grounded despite your frustration. Scorpio, you may be coming to a point of reckoning in something you set into motion years ago. This may be a time of hard work when you may need to either salvage the mess you've created or start reaping the wonderful rewards of success that you've become. Your ego is wrapped up in this scenario. You may be frustrated by people wasting your time with problems that seem insignificant. Sagittarius, your thoughts may be scattered and confused, especially regarding responsibilities that are important to you. You need to be disciplined and focused, but frivolous chatter may fill your brain. This kind of mental muddle limits you in many situations, making it difficult to express what you feel. Ask someone who knows you well to help you make sense out of these thoughts, so please don't worry. Capricorn, there's a chance that incredible luck will fall you, but nothing will come without hard work on your part. Don't expect someone else to hand you the treasure chest. You have the map in your hand, so follow it. Once you start, you may realize that you're much closer than you think. It's up to you to take the journey. There's a great deal of help for you along the way. Aquarius, you may feel like someone's trying to pin you down before you start. Perhaps these obstacles are self-imposed. Maybe you're restricting yourself from doing the things you want to do because you're afraid they won't work out. This fear of failure is the pain you feel. Overcoming it is the first step. If you try again, you'll be no worse off than if you never tried at all. Pisces, things should be running smoothly for you and you'll accomplish a lot with surprisingly little effort. Although there may not be any earth-shattering developments, you should find that things go well. Maybe you won't win the lottery today, but the few dollars you invest in now will turn into megabucks later. Be patient. Success may not come overnight, but it will soon come. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, 2nd September 2025. Do have yourself a great day.
First things first, I've got to say thank you to Jaden. Jaden held it down. I want to let us say, I don't care where you are right now when you're viewing, give Jaden a big round of applause. Jaden, thank you so very much. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to me. Yes. Well, you hear the energy up there, right? I needed to go and reset, revamp, rewire, all of the re's. But I'm definitely back. re-energized, and I'm very happy to be back on the morning show. You know the drill. Let's see what the news desk has for us. We'll be back.
Good morning. Time now for the news. My name is Timothy Polion. By the way, happy Wednesday to you. A program born out of concern for rising youth crime and unemployment in VF4 is now being hailed as a success story. The King's International Trust Team program, launched just last year, has delivered measurable results, and the stakeholders are pushing for its expansion across St. Lucia.
We have delivered 6 cohorts, and up to the 5th cohort, we achieve an employment rating of 93.3%. Meaning that so many, almost close to 100% of the participants of that program found themselves employed. If that is not success, I am open to guidance as to how else we can measure success.
To date, 100% of participants reported improved skills in at least one core skill area. The report indicates that the program demonstrated a promising approach to addressing youth unemployment, crime prevention, and community engagement. For nearly a decade and a half, the unfinished halls of St. Jude Hospital have stood as both a symbol of delay and a reminder of hope. Now, with surgical rooms completed, equipment arriving, and health officials walking the site with renewed confidence, the long-awaited reopening finally feels within reach.
We started the walkthrough by going through the dialysis units, as well as the laundry facility areas. We looked at the morgue, we looked at the sewer system. We also moved on to the other buildings, which included the emergency rooms, maternity rooms, the administrative section, account section, HR sections. We looked at the laboratory as well as, all the other areas of the hospital.
Earlier this year, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre confirmed that medical furniture and equipment had begun arriving on site, a clear signal that the project is entering its final phase. While past delays have tested the patience of the public, officials now say the finish line is finally in sight, raising hopes that the South will soon regain full hospital services after a 15-year wait. They are the youngest among us, yet some face the toughest battles of all. As September marks Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, the St. Lucia Cancer Society is not only raising awareness about this rare but devastating disease, it is also working to inspire compassion, educate students, and remind families that even in the smallest of communities, children are not immune to cancer's reach.
So for adults, we talk about prostate, we talk about breast, we talk about colon, we talk about all of those things. In children, we talk more about leukemias, that's blood cancers. We talk about brain tumors. We talk about cancers that originate from nerve cells, from the kidneys, the bones. Those are the more common ones that we see. The good thing is that they respond very well to treatment.
The public is encouraged to wear the color gold in support of children with cancer. During the month of September, the St. Lucia Cancer Society also shines a spotlight on other cancers like ovarian cancer, thyroid cancer, and lymphoma. Finally, from us this morning, the countdown to Creole Heritage Month has officially begun. The Monsignor Patrick Anthony Folk Research Center has released the calendar of events, promising a season filled with culture, tradition, and community pride.
Nous avons deux communes, côté de célébrer Jounen Kweyol. Et ces deux communes, ça là, c'est Babono et puis Belleville. Ces communes-là mis ensemble dans chaque activité pour moi. Et puis pour finir à ce Jounen Kweyol lui-même. Nous avons apporté la Jounen Kweyol à vie. In combien d'années nous n'avons pas mené la Jounen Kweyol?
Committee organizers from Babonneau and Belleville also shared their lineups, encouraging St. Lucians to immerse themselves in their community's cultural offerings and to support Creole heritage as a way of strengthening national identity. That's the news. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Join us at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polion. Good morning.
Thank you, News Department. We need to take a break. We come right back. first up this morning, we went up, what are we doing again? CDF. Okay, let's do that.
3, 2, 1.
Well, first up again, we are, that's it, like we in September, we just started September, but before you blink your eye, October will be here. And you know what October means, right? Creole Heritage Month. Of course, it is very vital for us to keep a finger on or keep our eyes on what it is that's going to be happening this year. And you know what? Mr. Henry was kind enough before the launch to give us an insight as to where we're heading with the celebrations this year. And I must say, I like the direction. As a matter of fact, them Grenadians have a problem with you all because you all wait until now to talk about coming and learn about Creole when all you done left me in the dark. Yeah, them Lucians butchering me here. But anyways, a first time for anything. Here's Mr. Henry. Here at the FRC, and whenever we hear, you know, we're about to talk to Mr. Henry because something is coming up. But then again, this is St. Lucia. So by now, nobody don't need to tell you what is around the corner, right? Definitely, the big and exciting Jounen Kweyol is coming up, Creole Heritage Celebration, such a big thing for us. And by every indication, it will appear that we in for some great activities again and some real effort this time around again, Mr. Henry.
Well, as always, it's a lot of effort, and we're hoping that it will be as satisfying as last year, although it was very difficult, but in the end, I think people were generally very satisfied. We had very large crowds turning out at every venue and so forth. And we're hoping that this year will be exactly the same. We basically have 2 host communities this year. We decided to do one north and one south. So basically we're doing Babonneau and Belleville and Vieux-Fort. In addition to that, we have some other participants coming in from the regional countries. We have a group of 30 persons coming in from French Guiana. They are mainly descendants of St. Lucians or St. Lucians who've been living in French Guiana, and they'll be coming to perform at Jounen Kweyol. Among the things they want to do, apart from coming in with the chanteuses, the tambouillers, and so on, and the dancers, they also want to be engaged in some workshops where they discuss their history in Cayenne and that sort of thing. So we think it'll be very beneficial for them to participate. We have a group coming out of Martinique. They're not performers. They are really a group of curators, museum curators, but they're coming during the course of the month to immerse themselves in the culture. And then we have a group, which is very interesting. We have a group coming out of Grenada. There's about 12 to 15 persons. And the reason why they are coming is that Grenada is an island where the Creole language used to be spoken at one time. And they want to rekindle that. And they've set up a group to try and get back into the learning of the Creole language and understanding the culture and so on. So this group from Grenada is coming in and to participate, not to perform, but to participate, to immerse themselves in the culture and the language and so on. So we have some contingents coming in to partake in the Creole Heritage Month activities. For us, basically, FRC, we have 2 main events. We have the Jounen Kweyol pageant, which takes place on the 18th of October at the Cultural Center. It's a long time since it has been held, so we're bringing it back. It was one of the premier events for FRC during the Creole Heritage Month. We also have Wholistic, which we brought back last year, and we're doing it again this year. And it will be at the Grosley Mini Stadium this time. So there are a few things happening. From what I've seen, the communities have put together a nice program to be held throughout the month. And because we only have 2 communities, we shouldn't have the situation that we had last year where some things had to be postponed or cancelled. We should be able to support those activities so that they can continue throughout the month. In addition to the host communities, we are still encouraging other communities where they may want to host a particular event, not a Jounen Kweyol event, but a particular event during the course of the month. The idea is to have a proliferation of activity throughout the country. And we have a number of communities that have contacted us, but they need to finalize their plans. So this is something that we'll provide more information on later.
Wonderful. Mr. Henry, you are making my heart smile because I'm detecting some absolute deliberate structuring that fosters what we are now seeing, the integration, the cultural exchange, the ability for people to come in. Because this is so much bigger. And if that's the direction, I'm feeling that direction, I'm running through my veins right now. If that is the direction, we're onto something really amazing here. Now, we have a lot to talk about, but this morning is just the launch, so we just want to get the basic out there. But certainly we're going to keep coming back as things carry along, so we could continue to follow this. I think this is very strategic. That move of the two host communities, one in the north, one in the south, I think that's a better move. That's my opinion. I think that gives, it gives for you to put more effort into a proper production in the both areas. But like you said, you're also opening up now for the other communities to engage and partake in different things. And I think this gives a lovely, platform. I think this is structured, and I like that structuring.
Yeah, it's deliberate. I mean, basically, we would like to see, we cannot have a Jounen Kweyol activity in several communities at the same time. But it doesn't mean that other communities should not have an activity that's the celebration of our culture during the month of October.
Wonderful.
That's it.
Well, I am excited, and we're definitely going to keep coming back to follow through on everything as we lead up to the actual celebration and the actual month. But for this morning, I want to say congratulations to the FRC and everybody that will be involved now, and we look forward to a successful one for 2025.
Thank you.
I'm sitting here, or we were walking, we were doing our thing, and then boom, my eyes fall on this. Look, I set up big stones, and watch what's in the middle of the big stone. It reminds me of the rose among the thorn. You understand? Greatness can be found anywhere. Trust me when I tell you that. And speaking of greatness being found anywhere, our newest elected delegate, or queen, that's going to be representing us on the St. Lucia, on the Miss Universe platform, we had the absolute privilege of having a wonderful chat with this young lady. We're onto something. Here is Cheyenne. Nothing happens before its time. It was months. My good cheerleader, Lisa, was trying to get me to talk to this young lady here because apparently you took part in the pageant in the U.S.
Yes, Miss St. Lucia, USA.
Miss St. Lucia, USA. And Lisa said, you have to talk to her. She's going to be on the island and everything. Lisa put everything in place, but it was during jazz, carnival, and you know what happens to Marina around those time. But nothing happens before it's time because the young lady came, she saw, she conquered. And I believe, this is my opinion, we are going to be having a Miss Universe in St. Lucia in 2025. It's 2025 it is, right?
Yes.
Cheyenne! Oh,
Hi.
you are gorgeous in person.
Thank you. I
Look at
appreciate
you.
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Twice, because for New York and for here.
Yes.
How are you? Tell us about you a little bit.
I'm not bad, I keep saying I feel like I'm dreaming. I was just crowned on Saturday when they called my name as if my soul left my body and it hasn't come back yet.
No, man, you got it. You put in the work, so it works. But I understand the feeling. It's a surreal feeling, and I understand.
Surreal.
But what does that mean now? Because this is real thing now. We're going on to the big stage. You know, it means a bigger platform is created. What are some of the things you're passionate about that you hope to use that platform to drive?
I'm very passionate about mental health. I was the St. Lucian delegate for the United Nations, and I learned how much mental health affects us in the Caribbean. Our women have some of the worst violence rates in the whole world. I think we're really struggling, and mental health resources are not accessible, and that's something I really want to push as the Miss Universe St. Lucia delegate.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a hefty topic, and it's so much taboo surrounding the conversation.
It's very stigmatized, and I think it shouldn't be because a lot of us are struggling, and it doesn't have to be as severe as depression. It could just be traumatic things that have happened to us in our childhood, and it's very important to be open and honest about that and work towards working on ourselves.
Wonderful. Now, people might want to say, well, we need to know a little bit about where she come out, tell us a little bit. Where are you from? Who are you aligned to, St. Lucia?
Yes, well, I'm a Miku girl. Shout out to the South. A lot of times I've heard a lot of things that Southern girls are not educated, we're not beautiful, but I'm happy I took the crown home for my Southern people.
Absolutely. How old can I ask?
I'm 21.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Oh my God. Now, what does this new trajectory mean for you? Going on to the Miss Universe stage, definitely you have things you would like to use that platform to peddle. But beyond that, what are some of the things? Representing St. Lucia
Yes.
on such a platform, it's not a light thing.
It's
you know?
not.
So tell me, what's your thought pattern concerning that part?
It's an honor. You know, we are the Helen of the West, and in my opinion, we're the most beautiful country in the world. So it is a lot of responsibility, but I'm very excited to go to Miss Universe, be proud, say I am St. Lucian, and show our culture to the whole globe.
Wonderful. You're based here or you live overseas?
Yes, I travel. I live between St. Lucia and New York, as you can hear from my accent.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm proudly Lucian, let me tell you that.
They can't question that. I've seen you.
Yes.
Wonderful. What would you like to say, young people wise? I mean, you've been here for some time now on the ground, interacted, I'm sure, with young people, seeing checking the scope, watching what's going on. What are some of the areas that you believe that young people can use some sort of mentorship in terms of realizing, taking ownership, that love for country, that patriotism kind of
Yes.
vibe? What is your thought on the whole thing as far as young people and the contribution that young people should, could, and are making?
I think the most important thing is for young people to believe in themselves. I think in order for any external action to happen, whether they want to succeed in their academic journeys or in their relationships, everything starts within. You have to work on that internal foundation and to believe in themselves. I had a lot of young girls when I've won, they've come up to me and said, oh my God, I really wanted to do this. I can't believe I seen you, but they can do it. You just have to believe in yourself and you have to take that first step and say, I'm going to do this is my goal and I'm going to go for it regardless of what anybody else tells me.
All right, and I think that's the note that we heading over to the Miss Universe with, that energy.
Oh, yes.
What do you want to tell the rest of the world now, girl?
I want to say, hey, St. Lucia's coming for that crowd.
Best believe it. How can we follow you? Well, you're on the Miss Universe platform. How
Yes.
can we follow you?
Everyone could tune into our journey at Miss Universe St. Lucia, the Instagram, also our Facebook, and you can tune into the official Miss Universe YouTube channel, and we're going to have updates along the way. Of course, we're going to be on different news platforms, but we'll be everywhere, so you can't miss us.
I like this young lady. We coming for this crown. I believe we are coming for this crown. I want to wish you the best, young lady. I want to wish you the best. I have no doubt that we're gonna be well represented.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate
Wonderful.
you.
And nice meeting you finally.
Nice meeting
Nothing
you.
happens before it's time, don't?
Yep, exactly.
Give them a smile. But that smile nice. I wonder if you've seen the real thing. Come close up on this smile. Smile nice.
Welcome to your Holistic Path to Wellness with Dr. Tanya Bobran. So let's talk about back to school, resetting the household and resetting our lives. It's been a long time since I've had the back to school run, but remember, back to school is not just about our kids. It's about all of us getting back on track. We know our children thrive on routine, but so do us adults. And the smoother we start the school year, the smoother the year will be. Summer often means later nights, slower mornings, there's a little more chaos, there's no routine. And that's okay because that's what summer is all about. But as the first day of school begins, we need to help the entire household shift gears. A good rule of thumb is that we start easing into the schedule at least 1 or 2 weeks before the actual start of school. That way, the change isn't a shock to all our systems, especially for children who are just starting school for the first time. One of the things I would advise is that you have consistent bedtimes and wake up. Move the bedtime earlier by 15 minutes every day until you're back to the time that you would normally go to bed. Do the same for wake-up times. So this helps reset the internal clock of all of us, especially the children. And maybe do a few morning dry runs, especially for children who are just starting school for the first time. Do practice mornings. get everyone up, get dressed, and have the breakfast on schedule. And see what areas may be bottlenecks. What is stopping you? Maybe it's breakfast prep. Maybe they can't find their school bags. Maybe they're just not morning people. But at least you will have in your mind what can happen as school starts. And then you want to do the wind down in the night, like reducing screen time before bed. Maybe replace it with reading them a book or some quiet play. Make sure they get into the habit of getting their school clothes ready before. Even having them involved in packing their school lunch before, preparing their lunch boxes before. And mealtime. We have mealtimes all over the place. We go out, we have friends, but we need to ensure that the children have breakfast every morning with a mixture of proteins and healthy fats so that it helps keep them focused throughout the day. And a parent reset for us parents. The kids will take the cues from us. So if we start our day grounded and peaceful and calm, they will take that cue from us. So maybe you set your morning routine, get up 5 minutes earlier, do some deep breathing, some journaling, just a way to sort of ground yourself in the energy before you start the chaos of the morning. Back to school is a fresh start, not just for the children, but for everyone. By easing into the routines now and having practice runs, you are setting you and your child up for success. You're creating a calmer, more organized, more joyful household. And back to school can really be about getting back to you.
Well, the curiosity don't stop, though. I'm always trying to look for something. Anytime you see them bring me somewhere, I always feel there's something to see or something to find. So I am here. I don't know what I'm looking for yet, but I might find something. But this is where we wrap up the day. You going out and have an awesome one whilst I look for whatever. God knows. If I find anything tomorrow morning, you'll know. All right? But enjoy your day and enjoy it to the fullest. This is the DBS This Morning Show.